It's got a horseshoe hat on.
It's funny the way Michael's describing people's outfits.
I'm into their
Don't you
clothes
think,
today.
Paul? I like it.
Chris, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hey, Chris.
Hi there.
You are such a rock and roll idol.
Now, what is that hat I'm talking about on the air?
This is
It's a shamrock,
it's a
horseshoe.
super duper lucky miracle cap.
I love it.
Does that have something to do with the play you're in?
Well, I definitely have gotten lucky.
Is this an equity show?
Equity show.
Oh,
and,
good.
And the hottest ticket in Chicago.
Really?
Chris is currently playing Johnny Cash and Sam Phillips in a $1 Million Quartet.
Well, I'm playing Johnny Cash. I was understudying Johnny Cash and Sam Phillips. Now I'm the principal Johnny Cash.
Oh, that's a move on up.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I got a
dude.
raise.
Is that because you got a good voice?
Yes.
Why don't you, let's just start off with
Yeah.
a tune.
You want to hear a song?
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you need another
absolutely.
mic? Should we pull that mic down?
Let's see.
Yep, it's on.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what
We're
happens.
going to pull it down. We got all these, they
We got
got,
all kinds of technicians.
yeah, we do.
Yippee.
Stuff over here.
We love being at the station, except for the fact that it's a drive away.
Okay, Chris Damiano.
Here we go. Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. I think you only live to see the lights of town. I wasted my time when I would cry. For every time you turn around you try to cry. Soon your sugar daddies will all be gone. You'll wake up one cold day and find you're alone. You'll ask for me but I'm gonna tell you bye. When I turn around and walk away you'll cry. You're gonna cry and you'll want me then. It'll hurt when you think of a fool you've been. You're gonna cry. I lie awake at night and wait till you come in. You stay a little while and then you're gone again. Every question that I ask I get a lie. For every lie you tell you're gonna cry. When your fickle love gets old no one will care for you. Then you'll come back to me for a little love that's true. I'll tell you no but then you'll ask me why. When I remind you of all this you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry and you'll want me then. It'll hurt when you think of the fool you've been. You're gonna cry.
Oh, that is so nice.
Thank you.
You are something else, Chris.
I do my best.
Last time I heard you sing, I think you were singing something in Evita. You
Yeah.
were playing Che Guevara.
Playing Che Guevara and
What a life. You get to play Che Guevara, you get to play Johnny Cash. Who else have you played?
all I played I did Evita before and I played Juan Perón.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I got to create a role for the Jacques Brel show that we did over at
Yes.
the No Exit. That was such a fun show.
That was.
But I tell you, I love acting and I love music and the show I'm doing right now enables me to do both of those things and it's just a lot of fun, you know.
Well, tell us about the $1 Million Quartet. What it is, who conceived it, how long it's been running, just fill us in.
Mostly what I want to know is, did that night happen?
It did happen. It was December 4, 1956.
Oh, that's the same date when, not the year, but when Fred Hampton was assassinated by the police.
Same date.
Yeah.
December 4th. Good and bad. Okay.
Good and bad.
But back to 56.
But
when
back
we
to
were all
56,
innocent.
we had you had Carl Perkins, who had a recording session going on down at Sun Records in Memphis, Tennessee, and the session piano player was Jerry Lee Lewis, and Elvis was in town to visit his folks, and then Johnny Cash showed up, and so then you had these four iconic figures. This was before they were actually icons, but I think Sam Phillips had the foresight to know where these characters were all going, as far as like where they were taking music and what direction they were going in. And so he called up the papers and had them come by and take a photograph of all these guys. And so the show is based on this night. And so what happens is you bring these four characters together and they just have this impromptu jam session and play a bunch of songs and have fun and fight a little bit. But, so there's a little bit of drama, but it's pretty much like a really cool rock and roll show.
Do you have any lines from the show you could kind of give us a little hint?
Michael loves to.
No, but if you want to come down to the Apollo Theater, you can check us out.
I'm gonna come to the because I like all four of those guys. I spent a lot of time in front of the mirror in about 1956, shaking around trying to be like Elvis, and all the other guys were coming on the scene.
Yeah.
I did see Jerry Lee Lewis perform. I probably saw some other people too, but
Killer. Is there original music used in this, or is it all music people will recognize?
It's music people will recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs that were made famous by the artist, and then there's some gospel numbers in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a great opportunity to hear some really nice harmonies. I get to sing bass, which is nice.
I know. I noticed you're living in the bass place in your voice.
Yeah, it's crazy because I played Che Guevara, and it was such a high singing role, and now I get to relax and sing down low, which is a lot.
So
of
you
fun.
have a good range.
I do. I was blessed.
Truly.
I feel good about it.
Tell us about the process by which you heard about this play, how you became to audition for it, what was the competition like?
Well, I auditioned for the show back in 2009. It's been running in Chicago since 2008, and I auditioned in 2009, and had a great audition, was called back, and then I didn't hear anything for a couple of months, and then they called me and offered me the understudy role, but I was doing another show, so I had to turn it down. And then a couple of years go by, and I actually moved back to Georgia. So I'm from outside of Atlanta, Georgia. And so I moved back to Georgia, and I was like, I love Chicago, but I'm not going to go back unless I get a good job. Well, here I am. I was last year I was up here visiting some friends, and I went to see my agent, and she said, hey, they're auditioning for Elvis in $1 Million Quartet. So I went, I auditioned, and I did my Elvis songs, and then they're like, okay, thank you, and I walk out to the lobby of the Apollo Theater, and I'm packing my guitar away, and they said, hey, Chris, do you know any Johnny Cash songs? So I came back in, and I sang some Johnny Cash, and then a couple months go by again, and sure enough, they called me, and they offered me the job, so I'm back in Chicago.
This is nice, because this is, while the off-Broadway, so to speak, non-equity stuff is good, and when you work at the No Exit, you maybe made tips serving food too, as well as a little money. But this is like a real gig. It's like the union.
Yeah, this is
the other ones are real too.
It's my bread and butter. It's good to be able to do your work, your art, and not have to have a day job. I mean,
how long do you think you'll be doing this? It could go on for a long time, or you?
The show's still selling well. We're still getting great crowds. We're about to hit our 4-year anniversary, and we're hoping to be the longest running show in Chicago.
Are you the only one of the principals that has changed, or have they?
There has been some change.
They all tend to rotate. Move on.
We just had a big change right now. There's a new there's a character named Diane who plays Elvis. That's Elvis's girlfriend, and that character just changed. And then, but there's still a lot of people who've been involved with the show for a long time.
Now, it's $1 Million Man, $1 Million Quartet. Who was the $1 Million Man?
It was
All right,
8
never mind.
billion, and it was a TV show. Just forget about it.
Yeah, just $1 million sticking in my head. So, $1 Million Quartet. Has it run other cities? Is it something that's been mounted other places? Yeah.
The original cast went to Broadway, and Levi, who's the fellow who played Jerry Lee, he actually won the Tony Award a couple years ago for playing Jerry Lee Lewis. And presently there's a touring company who's been touring North America, and they're getting ready to go to Japan. And it's the same family, the same company. All the information you can find out at $1MillionQuartetLive.com.
Where did it first play?
In Chicago, it played at the Goodman.
No, I meant nationally.
Well, they started. They did some workshopping in Florida, and I think out in Seattle, and then they brought it to Chicago in 2008.
Chicago is like the last flex your muscles, work out the kinks place, isn't it? Before Broadway.
Yeah, a lot of companies come here to launch either for a tour or to move to Broadway. You know, I mean, Chicago is the theater city in the country as far as I'm concerned. You know, I think you can go to the big theaters downtown, or you can go to a storefront and you can see some amazing work. You know, you can be in the basement of some place and see good theater. I mean, the city's rich for that.
Yeah.
Well, just up in our neighborhood, I mean, you've got Theo Ubique, you've got Lifeline, you've got Boho, you've got Side Theater, there's a bunch of them, Raven Theater.
Yeah.
It's really a plethora of these things.
Oh, definitely.
I have a lot of I'm amazed and enthused by y'all's energy, all you performers who hang in there and just keep doing things. And keep doing it until it catches, and then ride it, and then get off and do the next thing. It's amazing.
Now, Chris Damiano, do you do any writing, either of tunes or any theatrical stuff? Are you an actor, or do you do it all?
I do it all. You know, you know, playing music and theater is my passion, but I also write songs, and I play guitar, mandolin, upright bass. I pretend to play banjo.
How about playing us a tune of yours?
You want to hear a song I wrote?
Yeah,
Sure.
right.
All right, this is a song I wrote called Seriously.
Seriously?
And I don't care what the people gonna say, I'm gonna love you each and every which way, 'cause I feel you, little darling, from my head to my toes. And I'm praying to the moon that our love grows and grows. I feel you in the morning, I can feel you at noon. Sugar, I'm a wishing I get to feel you real soon, 'cause I'm so lonely, I'm so blue, ain't feeling better till I'm feeling you. Come get closer still, ain't nobody can love you the way I will. I will be sweet, I'll treat you nice, love you in the morning, call you out at night. Tell me, lovely lady, how you feel about that? This love has got the bubbles, ain't gonna go flat. Seriously, baby, I'm for real, I love you forever, that's the deal. Come get closer still, ain't nobody can love you the way I will. I will be sweet, I'll treat you right, love you in the morning, call you out at night. Tell me, lovely lady, how you feel about that? This love has got the bubbles, ain't gonna go flat. Seriously, baby, I'm for real, I love you forever, that's the deal. Seriously, baby, I'm for real, I love you forever, that's the deal. Seriously, baby, I'm for real, I love you forever, that's the deal.
Woo! Alrighty.
I love you, baby.
Seriously.
Very nice.
Very nice, Chris
So one of the
Damiano.
things I like to ask everyone who comes on the show is how you got to where you're at. Where are you from? What kind of experience did you have that were important in making you a hell of a singer and actor? Spill the beans.
Well, I grew up outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and I self-taught on guitar. My mom's mom, my Grammy, she used to sing. Well, she still sings. She doesn't sing as much as she did. She's got a beautiful voice, and she writes gospel music, and she used to sing to us. And my dad's dad was a singer, and so I had music growing up, and taught myself to play guitar, and then got into punk rock music and causing trouble, and then I got into theater in high school, and then went off to theater school, and then dropped out, and then just started traveling and playing music, and then I moved to Chicago back in 2007, and my idea was to come here to play music, but then theater just grabbed me. And
Who got you first, Fred?
Fred
Anzavino.
Yep.
He's a great talent guy.
Oh yeah. He gave me my first break in Chicago, and I ended up getting 2 non-equity Jeff Awards out of it.
Yeah.
Which was the first play you did with him?
The first play I did with him was a review of Jacques Brel music called The Lonesome Losers of the Night.
Yeah.
That was my Chicago debut. And,
Terrific show.
Yeah, it was a blast. And then I had the opportunity to play Che Guevara in Evita, directed by him. And I got to work with Brenda Didier. It was just really a great opportunity. And now I'm in the hottest ticket in Chicago with this new show, so I'm just super excited.
Shine on, you crazy diamond. Shine
it's
on.
Good.
Thank you for coming on today. We're gonna
I'm going to ask you to play one more tune on
Yes.
your way out.
exactly, and we'll ask Bob Fuller to come in and join us, and we'll end our show with you. And I mean, we won't end our show. We'll end our show with Bob after you. But thanks so much.
Do you have like a website or anything people can go
I don't
look at your towns?
have a personal website.
We'll just let them to the show one.
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
show's got a website. Come see the show, and I'm working on doing a recording. So once I get that going, maybe I can come back.
Okay, give us a tune, either your own or something else from the show.
$1 Million Quartet, currently at the Apollo
We'll do
Theater.
another Johnny Cash song.
Right on.
I do my best to hide this low down feeling. I try and make believe there's nothing